Hello, Pokemon collectors and enthusiasts. Welcome to Professor's Cards. I'm going to do a quick little video here, a little bit different than what I've been doing in the past with opening stuff live. What I wanted to do is kind of discuss the current market. Right now, it is really hard to get cards these days. And what you'll expect from me from this video is I just want to go over a little bit about what's going on with the buying and singles. First off, I just want to say thank you for joining and watching. If this is your first time joining us, thank you so much. Hope that you enjoyed the channel. Feel free to like and subscribe. I'm going to try to do a corner every week as well as a opening. So that way we can maybe cover some Pokemon topics, questions that you have. Right now, what I thought was a pretty big topic that I'd like to talk about is that with it being so hard to get current cards, a lot of the time you will end up getting modern cards from resellers, and that will have a very big range of whether you're going to get near mint of what you think near mint is and what somebody else thinks near mint is. And also vintage is pretty hot, so they have plenty of sellers. What are you going to get from them? So what I did is I ended up buying a bunch of stuff. Thanks for joining us, who's currently watching. I'll go ahead and give out a free code card for anybody who's watching right now. Feel free to make a comment that you see that. And thanks for joining us. But basically what I'm going to do today is I'm going to open up a bunch of cards. Not a whole bunch of cards, but I ordered a bunch. I'm going to keep them flipped right here so I'm not giving away who the sellers are in case anything bad comes. But as you can see, we've got a ton of product here to go through. And in fact, what I'd like to do is I'm going to take a quick picture of this for what we're opening. And then hopefully document this a little later. This is going to be kind of fun. I've never done this before. This is my first time ordering a bunch of cards. Mainly, oddly enough, it might not be the set that everybody wants, but I'm going to try to get my first master set. And my first master set is going to hopefully be Crimson Invasion. I know it's not a giant one, but this is my set that I'm hoping to get. So I ordered a bunch of cards from various retailers, and I ordered from eBay. You can get them on eBay, you can get them on TCG Player, and as you can see right here, just with our bubble mailers, we've got quite a bit of variety on what people send. eBay's got this nice fragile sticker. We've got a do not bend from this one in a Scotch envelope, a very big but flimsy bubble mailer, some more compact ones, better bubble mailer tightness. And I have no idea what this is, like maybe even in a card deck. And then you've got varying sizes of differing items in a smaller envelopes. And then of course you've got the larger envelopes, which I'm noticing a lot of people are doing the kind of the windows that you'll see. So thank you for joining us, those that are currently watching. I'll go ahead and throw up another code card. But what I ended up doing is I ended up getting a bunch of product in, and we're going to open it up to kind of see what each seller thinks their near mint is, and kind of like what you're expecting when you get these for packaging. So the first one I'm really interested in is this eBay one. Because I did bid on some stuff. This one might be a graded card, just because I wanted to see what a graded card was like. So without further ado, go ahead and open up some of this stuff. Thanks for joining us. Feel free to comment if you'd like some code cards or something, or if there's anything that you would like to see from the channel. This is just a little experiment to kind of go into a different area of something that kind of wasn't expecting, but maybe somebody would like. So you can see this is a very well packaged envelope, bubble mailer, giant bubble mailer, folded in half. You can see this seller took great care to send this along. Obviously not all of them are like that, because they're getting some in bubble and just regular envelopes, but this one here looks to be like it might be my PSA, not my PSA, but a graded card that I ordered. just because I wanted to have one for referencing, so that way you can compare if I'm getting any old cards and what if I'm getting any fake cards from some sellers, like something that's genuinely certified, because I did give away a lot of my collection when I was a kid. And this is my Jigglypuff graded card. You can see they put it in a giant team bag, keeping it nice and prepared, or nice and protected. Just a beautiful card, and it gives me something to kind of reference for all these vintage jungle and fossils that I ended up buying. So hands down, this right here, the care that you pay for that was well worth it, because that's what I'm looking for, something that's nice and protected. So today I finally have my first slabbed card, and it might not be what you were all looking for, but I love Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff is awesome. In fact, I'm going to pop off screen real quick, because I am going to pull open this bad boy, because that's it's going to be my new companion. At some point in time, we're going to get to our 100 viewers. I'll be giving away a couple of little battle figures and various code cards and such. So go ahead and like, subscribe, comment, tell me what your favorite Pokemon is. See if we can get those battle figures in so I can give them as some giveaways. But definitely the Sobble here would be the giveaway that I'll probably be looking for first. And like I said, you know, we've got a bunch of different cards, so you know, different colors, different flex to them, different sizes, different ways that they wrap. And now that I've got a comparison card, it's going to make it really easy for me to look at what every seller is sending along. Of course, I want to also rate my sellers, so I'll be putting these back in the envelopes. And for purposes here, I don't want to give away who I'm getting stuff from. So I'm going to end up, this is nice because this is just a single card that I ordered, fossil. And if you can see, it's pretty well graded. You got that little scotch tape at the top, and it pretty much follows with the whitening and everything like that to be expected. But yeah, let me know what you're collecting too. What is it? Are you trying to get any of the new stuff through your through resale market? Are you trying to get any of the vintage stuff? Here's another one here, pretty unique on how they ended up sending this one, and it almost looks like a personalized like way of just taking a penny sleeve and folding it up. So that's interesting. This is the first time I've seen that. Let me know if there are some things that you see from sellers that you like, things that you don't like. This is definitely probably the most unique one I've seen so far though. But you got to give it to them. They are protecting these cards, and look at that. So how nice. This seller actually gave me a Shining Fates that I'm going to give to you guys. So sweet on that. A little extra bonus giveaway, a bonus energy to keep it protected. But as you can see here, I'm trying to get some of those reverse hollows to complete my set here, which that probably should have been a reverse hollow, because I don't really think I needed a Mawile regular. But you can see like some of it's a little bit more faded than the others, so they might not be like top of the line, but this is near mint and they don't look all super banged up, and I'm not angry. It's great to have it in my collection, and we'll go ahead and bag that back up just like I said, so then that way I know what seller is sending me what, how they came, and that way I can give them a rating back. I ended up ordering from TCG Player, eBay, different outlets to get an idea of also what here Professor Cards, what we're going to do, because we're going to start doing some singles resells as well. So if there's any particular set you're looking for, please let me know. Right now I did my first bulk purchase, so we're going through that, and hopefully you're going to have that hit soon. Alright, Aerodactyl. I was really stoked for this one. It's interesting too, if you look at the way that certain sellers will package. We have this one here is the standard top load. You load the card from the penny sleeve from the top, and then you put it in. And this one's just the double, put it in the same way, but they ended up reversing on this one. So interesting techniques, but it's nice to get them this way. My only worry is that none of these are actually very well weather protected. So where I live can get a lot of rain. I'm not sure how you all feel about that. When you pay sometimes $5 for shipping, I would expect bubble mailers to come a little bit more protected, or to come like in a bubble mailer to protect those cards. This one's here is a really interesting one because you can see it's like an envelope that they folded in half, but the only way to open it, I think, is to cut it, which it kind of makes me a little scared because you want to be able to open it but not cut your cards. So hopefully, this is kind of shallow here. That's interesting. Okay. If you guys ever had somebody do that where they fold your envelope in half and you can't figure out how to open it, but you can see this is an interesting little puzzle. Again, I don't want to show any of the videos of who I'm opening stuff from because I don't want to market for them. I don't want to give them a bad rating if it was just a one-off, you know, give them a benefit of the doubt. But yeah, this one is a complex puzzle for sure. So may have just figured out that it is, who knows. But yeah, that is one interesting way to send mail. But this one here, pretty cool. They ended up sending a nice little team bag and an invoice to let me know what it is that I ordered. Some of these I ordered a bunch of cards, some of them I only ordered one. So in this case here, I've got a Vaporeon, and like I said, I ordered a Jigglypuff slab, just so then that way I had something to reference it to make sure I'm getting the right size cards from people, that I'm not getting ripped off. And you can see, this is definitely a near mint. What I'm wondering is when we start to get some of these vintage cards, what's that near mint gonna look like? Have you had some bad experience as well with your purchases? I'd like to know. What is it that you've had that are some nightmares? What are some things that you've had that people have actually really excelled? Like that one that made their own little cardboard sleeves for really what's just two, I think it was common reverse hollows. Yeah, let's see. What was it that I ordered from them? Yeah, like some common reverse hollows. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, so that's a couple of those. I want to open up a couple ones too here. A big one here, people are getting from TCG Player with Direct. So see if there's any difference between what you get from them versus what you would get from another individual seller. So here, giant team bag inside of some sorts. And then it looks like there might only be one card that I ordered on this one, which would be quite interesting. All that packaging for one card does seem like a little bit of a waste, but we shall see what this one is all about. Again, I'm trying to keep addresses and everything off of this, but here, yeah, look at that. Interesting. So with the purchase protection, that's nice because you're getting something that's a little older. I'll go ahead and pull this one out because it's easily accessible. But this one does feel pretty legit, pretty close to like what I would have when I was a kid. A little bit of dings on the bottom, you know, some whitening on the edges. So near mint there, maybe not as solid as maybe some of you would like it to be. That's another thing I'm kind of curious about. What do you think your near mint is? What would you classify that good card to be? Can it have any whitening? Can there be any blemishing? Like how many blemishes? What is your tipping point? What are the things as a buyer that are kind of making you a little bit angry if you get some of those defects and expectations that don't meet the items that don't meet your expectations? Sorry, this is a little late, last minute video as well. I just kind of wanted to throw something together so there was some new content this week. This one here, nice packaging. Ooh, look at that. So they sent you a receipt. This one commonly noticing as well. A lot of window envelopes, and I really like it when I see the business has printed stuff on their envelopes and not just written them, because then you know that they're pretty legit and they want to stick around, they want your business. And this one's pretty cool here. Ooh, yeah. So I got a couple cards in one, so they didn't sleeve all of them individually, but ended up getting a first edition trainer. That's pretty neat. I don't think I ever had a first edition trainer, but what I was trying to do is re-get all of my fossil and jungle set just for like the basic cards. So these are pretty decent. Not a whole lot of like whitening damaging on the edges, but not too disappointed with these currently. So far everything's coming in at that kind of near mint-ish, except for a little bit of whitening on the corners on some that I would say might be more towards that PSA 8. Yeah, we'll go ahead and throw that one back in there. Hopefully you're enjoying this right now to get something of value out of it. Again, main reason why I wanted to do a little video on this is because with everything that's getting bought off the shelves, the secondary market might be the only market you can go to. So with that, you know, you want to be sure that you're buying good cards, that they're taking care, and your $5 shipping at like on most of the eBay things that I've kind of been watching actually is worth it. That they're really sending you things that are worth it to you, because your money. These cards are what you want. You don't want them to show up all damaged. So here we go with this one. Ordered some more fossil here, and you can see a little bit of difference on the coloration on them. Probably a little bit more played, lots more whitening towards the edges on a few, but overall no crazy dings. What you're definitely looking for is nothing where these cards are really crazy. And of course I got some packaging stuff on me, so I'm trying not to touch this card a whole heck of a lot, because I really like Moltres. Moltres was one of my first, actually I think Moltres was my first holographic Pokemon that I opened up, and I would love to have that one back, but you know, I have no idea where it is right now. Yeah, so these are some things that I just wanted to kind of go over and open up some cards. As you can see, you've got the resellers type sleeves that you normally send away for grading. I keep forgetting what these ones are called for the for like the graded card sleeves like this, the semi-firm ones versus the actual top loaders. So it's neat to get some stuff in top loaders, neat to get some stuff in these little packages. It's nice to see this one where they keep them all individually wrapped instead of putting them against each other, especially if you got some hollows. And I'm not sure if I ordered any hollows, so I'll go ahead and open up a few of these bubble mailers, because I feel like one of these is going to be another one of the eBays. I should have checked the sellers a lot more, but it's nice too when you're looking at some of these that they are sealed. So this is definitely, you know, you're looking at that $4.45 postage and handling. Is this one worth it compared to some of those TCG players that are 78 cents? Also, when you're looking at the market on TCG player, out of curiosity, what is it that this bad boy didn't want to open? What is it that you're kind of looking for the sellers? Are you looking for that cheapest price, or are you looking for the seller that has like the greatest rating? Are you looking for the ones, and this is interesting right here for this one, for $4.45 they ended up sending all of this nice, and oh, they did the painter's tape style, so that's kind of nice. But right here, kind of high dollar for order for shipping with all of these, but it was nice to be able to get most of what I wanted, because I was going to build up the whole entire fossil collection, just uncommons, rares, the regular rares, and the commons. So nice to have that there. And you know, this isn't like a crazy card, but to some people that might be really good. So let's go ahead and check to see as well anything with like the backs of these cards with the whitening. These are like actually looking pretty legit, as you can see, as far as like the corners aren't really, there's a little bit of whitening. That one would be definitely, I wouldn't really necessarily call these ones near mint, maybe a little bit more like of a fair, well, not too, they're not horrible, but it's just interesting to kind of see what somebody would call their near mint, which I would kind of think is more along the lines of a of what this GMA calls a mint, because I would always think mint is 10, which I guess maybe that's just perfect. So getting back into it, opening up some stuff. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I don't want to keep this channel rolling too crazy long. Let me check what my video is. Alrighty, so I'll go ahead and open up probably what I think is the last couple of ones. We'll make them kind of quick just to see what each one is like for these. So this one here, we've got a giant bubble mailer, very flimsy. And then, oh yeah, so this is one I believe that I also ordered on TCG Player. Kind of cool that I needed this one for, like I said, that trying to get the master set for my Crimson Invasion. And you can see they definitely sleeved it up really well here. They team bagged it and everything. So thank you so much to that one, because that card is definitely worth a little bit more. You can see they took that time to do that. This Do Not Bend one is really interesting because it's kind of hard to find how you open it in the first place. I feel like it's a giant bubble mailer that they just folded in half or what, but some of this little confusion. Are you also getting product from people when you buy your resells to where, well, this one actually just looks like they just glued stuff together. Who knows? Anyway, let's figure out how to get this one open. There's got to be a way in there. We will go ahead and cut the corners. Is it like Fort Knox when you guys open up your own stuff too here? I mean, that's good in a way, but at the same time, I think you do want to make an option to where your buyer knows how to get into the package. So this is definitely an interesting adventure on this one. I don't even know where the opening is. So this is kind of like some expectations, so you can kind of see what other people are sending and, you know, what you might be getting in the mail. I might actually have to get some scissors for this one. Let's see. Aha! So they definitely took some extra care with this one because it is Do Not Bend. It is bubble wrapped in a bubble mailer, which might be double-sided bubble mailer. And then we set up some interesting card deck choice here. Man. Okay. So yeah, they don't want you to bend it, but they also packed it in there so tight it's almost impossible to get out. Whew. Alright, well, seller, whoever sold that is definitely going out of their way. And we'll see what we've got here. Alright, so I got a Pikachu. If you'll notice, though, they didn't tape it. So it ended up coming out of the card. So that's at least good that they had it in between there, but room for possible error. I got a Red Cheeks Pikachu. I didn't even realize I got a Red Cheeks. I just thought I just got a Pikachu. So that's kind of cool, and it's in actually really good condition. You know, just a little ding on there, which I would call that pretty near mint. So interesting packaging on this one for sure. But Red Cheeks Pikachu definitely staying well put. Probably I would like to see on this one a little bit more of that masking tape sort of thing to kind of guard it. I will remember Red Cheeks is that one for sure. And then I just wanted to open a couple more of these bubble mailers just to see what the difference was between these lighter ones, because they don't really seem to have a whole lot of protection with the smaller ones. Whew. Man, I tell you what, some of these bubble mailers, their adhesive is tough. So I'll go ahead and pull that off to the side. What did we get from this one? Alright, so I got a Gyarados GX full art that I needed for my Crimson Invasion. Just kind of, ooh, that one does not want to come out. Somebody's going to yell at me because there was some bending on that card when I did that. But I just wanted to kind of see, like, what is their near mint for TCG player as well. For the newer sets, obviously, you'd want to get that no whitening. It's a beautiful card. Nice to have that as part of my collection because that's another one that I needed. And like I said, trying to find some of this stuff on shelves, especially Crimson Invasion because it's out of print. It's going to be, at least I think it's out of print, because everybody's focusing on the newer stuff. But it's definitely nice to get things like that. You want to get those higher dollar cards, I think, in these bubble mailers, versus, say, like the commons and uncommons and the reverse hollows, the reverse hollow ones that I'm just doing for master set. Those don't matter as much, I think, to some people. This one's interesting. They ended up wrapping the cards in my order form, and then also gave me a little bit of a masking tape on it, but then I've got my Ditto for my set, and I'm hoping that is not on the card. That better not be on the card, because if that's near mint, I don't know what to do with that one. That's crazy. Hi, Vera. Nice. Thank you for joining us. We're going to go ahead and give you a code card. I think you can see it right there. Let us know what you like about what we're doing today. Basically opening some resells just to see what resells are like. Excellent on that one. Like I said, I'm not trying to advertise for anybody here, but I'm glad that is on the outside of the pack. Scared me for a second. Was going to be really angry, but here definitely looking more of that near mint, you know, just the tiniest little ding. The whitening is a lot less compared to some of the other ones. So this is what I would expect whenever you see that near mint that some sellers are selling. So again, you know, just kind of showing you on this one what you're expecting to get. I'll open up probably this last one here, and then a couple more of these small packages. Ooh. Alright, interesting one on this one here, just a little cardboard taped together, nice and simple. And then I got my trainer. Let's see, lots of companies putting in their little stuff here as well, stickers, little freebies. The Scotch tape, sometimes people don't like that too much, but then here we go with some little retro Snorlax right there. I thought that was going to be a little line. Didn't order anything crazy, but just wanted to kind of get into what it was like for some of the Pokemon that you'd end up picking up. Probably have to go back at these later and make sure to check them to make sure they're good, that they're not fakes. But yeah, so that's it for the bubble mailers. What do you think of the way things are being sent? Is there anything that I've opened so far that you're like, whoa, that's so crazy, why would they do that? I mean, there's Fort Knox on one of those, which is great, and I'm happy about. Let me see if I can find, let's see, this one looks kind of, no, that one looks, I'm trying to feel which one is the most flimsy. I've got some of these. see. Well, I'm not going to open up all of these on the channel. I'll open up some later. But I feel like this one here had some promise for some questionability because it had like some weird ripples. Okay, interesting. So they ended up putting my whole entire shipping container. Oh, awesome. So here is just a regular holographic rare for my set. You know, nothing too crazy. And actually, they took the time to send it in a nice top loader, double sleeved, in a second envelope, kind of almost in an envelope. So no complaints there. Feel like a top loader in this one. This one feels pretty well packed. I'm just kind of curious if they did anything different because they did tape it, like pretty much packaging tape all the way around this one. Again, hopefully you're getting some value out of this, that you're seeing. Man, somebody somewhere is just going to be so angry. Should probably just set it right there. There we go. Oh, okay. Interesting on this one here. They ended up saying thank you and leave them some feedback and putting a lot of basically cards there, card stock. But then they did their top loader and didn't tape, so it could have had some damage there. But overall, it made it here. Let's see what they think their near mint is like. You can see on the front just a small little ding there, nothing too crazy with imperfections, and some whitening around the edges. So overall, I think I'm not too upset with what's been rolling in. It's weird to see like some of the ways that people choose to, or not weird, sometimes I need to choose some better choice language. So if anything ever comes across as a little bit crazy, I should probably not record these when I'm half asleep. But like I said, we're gonna not open all of these. This one seemed a little flimsy, so I wanted to open it up and probably call that a night. For those of you viewing right now, would you like any TCGO code cards? What are you liking about the channel? What are you liking in Pokemon right now? Tell me your thoughts on some stuff. It would be great to hear it. So this one here looks like they just put a huge team bag together. I think I ordered a few other reverse holos as well to finish off some of the other sets that I'm collecting. Just because it ended up bringing me to that free shipping, and we shall see what these all look like. I think that was just one of the fun cards that they had in the shop. Look at that. Okay. Yeah, so I think I ordered, I don't remember ordering a promo Sobble. So this is, I'm not sure maybe if they threw some other stuff in here, which would be cool. Because, yeah, I don't remember ordering half of that. Maybe they messed up. I do remember ordering a Magmar, though, because I needed that for my set. But let's check out what they think the Magmar is there for near mint. Looking pretty good. Again, these actually don't have very much whitening around the edges at all. And then I'm going to have to do some comparisons on these as well to make sure nobody's sending anything that is trying to be counterfeit. But yeah, so that's that. Like I said, we're trying to get to 100 followers. So like, subscribe. Gonna start giving away some battle figures. Let me know which battle figure it is that you would like me to try to get, and give some code cards away. So hopefully this video was a bit informative, kind of give you a little idea of what it would be like if you go buy from TCG Player or eBay. You can see there's such a variety on how people decide to package their products, which it might anger you to see some stuff come in just a single envelope like this with no top loader. I know the reason why I decided to do this is I did already open up a couple of packages and they were just sent in an envelope with no top loader, no cardboard, nothing protecting them, and got lucky that nothing came damaged. But if that were a card that maybe I wanted to have a near mint for my set and it got bent, it's kind of a waste of money. So hopefully you haven't had any nightmares like that, but keep the video kind of short. I know I've gone over. Thanks so much for joining us. Hope you have a great night, and that you found some value of this, and that being around some Pokemon gave some joy your way. We'll wrap it up with another code card for Shining Fates. And until next time, keep on catching them all.